Fascinating to think, isn't it, with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry about how they want to protect their own privacy, They really see themselves as private individuals. That is, of course, until money comes knocking, like what we saw with Netflix. Suddenly the doors were open and we got a peek into their life, albeit rather orchestrated and reconstructed, all thanks to the directorial finesse, shall we say, of Liv Garbus. But now it appears that Meghan has decided, well, once again to try and include, shall we say, a more prominent member of her family in a forthcoming idea that she hopes will cement and at least help reach out into reconciliation, not just between herself, of course, but her husband, Prince Harry. As ever, let me explain. Lovely to see you today, and as ever, thank you so much for taking the time out for joining me. Nice to have your company over this Easter period. It's nice, isn't it? I know, I'm waiting for the eggs to come down. Well, you knew that, didn't you? I know, well, I wouldn't buy them full price. But don't they slash them down straight away afterwards? I don't understand, if you just don't say to children, wait 24 hours, it'll be a lot cheaper, we can buy you more. That's what I'd be doing, yes. Well, I was easily bribed as a child, you got to understand. It works, doesn't it, where chocolate's concerned. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. It is odd, isn't it, with Meghan and Harry, because if you remember, with Prince Archie's birth certificate, they even refused to include the names of the godparents. I mean, why was the secrecy? What was all of that about? To this day, people speculate and have no idea exactly the true story, the true background to those particular conundrums, shall we say. But recently Meghan has decided, one might suggest, in the wake of a photo scandal, to hire a friend, shall we call him, Jake Rosenberg, to take some rather nice warm pictures of her children. Now, many people are speculating this is regarding, of course, her forthcoming lifestyle project, the one where she's going to become the brand new, if you like, Martha Stewart, or a cut price dollar store Gwyneth Paltrow, depending on which magazine that you pick up and read. I, for one, think it's a brave move in any sphere to try and get any project off the ground when there's a cost of living crisis on the way. But back to the pictures. What happened to Miss and Harryman? Not quite sure. Has he been markled, as they infamously say? Nobody wants to speculate that seriously, do they? But of course, with the ongoing battle with the tree and that other picture of pregnancy, perhaps Meghan felt that was going to be too controversial, so stepped forward Jake Rosenberg. But what I can tell you is this. It's interesting to note that apparently these particular pictures will be presented, special pictures, will be presented upon Prince Harry's return back here to the United Kingdom for His Majesty the King, King Charles III. And they will be probably the very first time he's seen some at ease, informal pictures of his grandchildren, if ever. It's remarkable to think that this is the situation the royal family are in. As I've told you before, the speculation about Her Majesty the Queen zipping up and down to meet, of course, various children of Harry and Meghan, well, seemingly many people didn't believe it. But for now, Harry and Meghan believe that these professionally taken pictures, which apparently are going to be heartwarming to say the least, boxed up and framed in all special finery, shall we say, no doubt with a letter full of calligraphy from Meghan Markle, well, they hope to present these as a sort of olive branch, a teasing method, if you like, to say, look, this is what we can offer you. Now, it's fascinating to think, as I say, because so far there are no plans to bring the two children over to the United Kingdom. It's all to do with childcare, and of course last time they couldn't go because it was a birthday, and then of course there was an illness. Seemingly every time King Charles gets anywhere close to meeting the grandchildren he's never seen, there seems to be some catastrophe. Maybe the pictures will be the closest he ever gets to it. Who knows? It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean, Westminster, London.